Paddy Pimblett can't fight. And how does he do against the whole top 15 now? Recently, I've been really thinking about how he does against the top guys. It's a lamb to slaughter, dude. Everyone's back on the Paddy hype train. Whoa, he submitted retard Benoit Saint-Denis. Like, if he struck with him, could have won, but chose to wrestle. And the only thing Paddy Pimblett has is BJJ. He has terrible technique on the feet. It looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He sucks, and he can't fight. And let's get into the tier list right now. So here's the tier list. Obviously, Paddy gets worked the first tier at the top. That would be Paddy would get fucking destroyed. This would not be a competitive fight. This would be competitive, but he'd lose. 50-50, could go either way. I don't know who I'd pick. Paddy close win, he'd win, but it'd be like really close. And Paddy beat down, he'd beat the shit out of them. Let's start with the number 15 ranked contender, Manuel Torres. Paddy would beat Manuel Torres, but I think he'd get badly rocked in round one. Because Manuel Torres, although definitely not the best, he has really good takedown defense. Showed it off against Grant Dawson. Paddy Pimblett can't wrestle. He sucks. He can't wrestle. So he's going to be stuck on the feet with Manuel Torres most likely. Danger. Very dangerous in round one. But Paddy Pimblett's super tough. I think he'd get rocked bad early. Probably dropped by a 1-2. And maybe he gets slimed out. Maybe he gets slimed out. That's why I have it as a close win. Because I think there's a real possibility here he gets slimed out. Dude, Paddy Pimblett stinks, man. I'm telling you, like, all these guys could beat him, bro. I think it would be close. But round one, he'd get fucking rocked bad, beaten the shit out of. And then round two or round three, he'd pressure, probably submit him or TKO him. Like, against Fiziev, as soon as we got to round two, he got fucking melted. I know Paddy Pimblett's never gonna pull out a fucking spinning wheel kick, but he should beat Manuel Torres. I'd say he'd beat Manuel Torres. Beneil Dariush. The thing is, Beneil Dariush is more skilled than him. He's a better fighter than Paddy Pimblett. I rate him higher as a fighter than Paddy Pimblett as skill-wise. He has no chin. He'd get slimed out. It's the story with Beneil Dariush fights in this day and age. Would he rock Paddy Pimblett? Probably. He rocked fucking Quillen Salkeld, who I think is better defensively than Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett can't fucking block a punch. I do think Beneil Dariush would get caught, and I'd have to say it would be a beatdown, because he'd get slammed down round one, let's be real. Paddy Pimblett, although his technique's trash, he's a powerful dude. He's very big, pretty explosive, good submissions, although he's not going to submit Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett's not going to submit Beneil. He would get slimed out. Beneil Dariush has no chin. So that's how it goes, right? Prime Beneil probably fucks him up like Gamrot, though. Prime Beneil would fuck him up. He would actually beat his ass. But this version of Beneil, sorry, brother, your chin's gone. Tom Nolan. Tom Nolan, kind of underrated. Just beat Freziam. He's kind of the new guy on the block. I'd go Paddy Pimblett. Close, competitive win. Tom Nolan did beat Freziam, which is a good win, and he kind of wrestled in that fight, used his clinch work. But if you're going to do that with Paddy Pimblett, he's going to latch up a sub. And on the feet, I mean, Tom Nolan's very chinny. He's got rocked a couple times. Went competitive with guys like Vyacheslav Borshev. He, got slimed out? Was it Chris Duncan or Charlie? I think it was Charlie Campbell. Slimed him out. Tom Nolan has good kicks, though. If he kept it standing, uses range on his kicks, he could make Paddy, drawing him into a bit of scrambles and that. I'll be real, I'm not too familiar with Tom Nolan. I've seen one of his fight against Freziam. He's always on these shitty Australia cards that I don't watch, so I'd go Paddy Pimblett by submission, more experience, and he may probably rock him and sub him. Rafael Fiziev. 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight. Rafael Fiziev's really good. He's a fucking great fighter, Fiziev. Really good technique. But Paddy Pimblett's a bit of a tard. He's a tard. Okay, let's see how this fight. So, Paddy Pimblett is not taking Fiziev down, no way. He's not going to take him down. He can't wrestle. He's going to be stuck on the feet. Fiziev schools him on the feet. Schools him. And I'm under assumption that I'm under assumption that these are 3 rounds, right? Because it would be Fiziev versus maybe it would be 5 though. Yeah, but I'm saying, no, we'll say 5 for this video. We'll say 5 rounds. I think Fiziev would school him for the first 3. But I know, it's a 50-50 though, because maybe Paddy Pimblett later on can break him with body shots and headshots. But Fiziev can fight low output. He can fight, he can school him, be a patience, kind of just technique with him. Paddy Pimblett's going to walk into tons of shots. He's going to get his fucking legs chopped up. He's going to get front kick to the body. But Paddy Pimblett's big, very explosive, big tank of a guy. I'd say 50-50. I don't know who I'd pick. You know what? I'd probably go Paddy Pimblett to Tard match and beat Fiziev, to be fair. I think he'd be a retard. I think he'd pressure him round 3, 4, and 5. Start ripping to the body, smashing him with these big clubbing shots. And probably get a late round submission, to be fair. I do love Fiziev, but that's probably what would happen. Money Moicano. I'd go Paddy by like a fucking razor close 48-47 super close fight. I think it would be like super close. Like, arguably, I don't know who wins. But I do think Moicano doesn't have the pop of Paddy Pimblett. But it's going to be a striking match because they're both grapplers. They're not going to take each other down. Moicano maybe could take down Paddy, but that's risky. He could get subbed there. On the feet, Moicano's got some slick 1-2. He's got some slick boxing. But Paddy Pimblett has better cardio, I'd say. We saw Moicano slow down against fucking Beneil Dariush where he lost. But Beneil Dariush is good, to be fair. Just has no chin. I think like a razor close 48-47, Paddy Pimblett steals it with more damage. Maybe a TKO late, because he gasses. But I think early on, Moicano would school Paddy Pimblett for the first 2 rounds. I can't lie. I really do. But I think pressure for Moicano would be good. Back Paddy up, use that nice little slick boxing he has. Maybe if he gets him down, he can smash him with elbows, you know. Paddy Pimblett's happy to play the guard game against a guy who has great BJJ like Moicano. He has great ground and pound too. He's not going to sub him. But I'd go Paddy. Pressure. I think he'd win. Dan Hooker. Really close fight. I think Paddy Pimblett again would scrape by him. I think it would be like really close. Super close fight. I do think Dan Hooker would lose. Too much scar tissue, man. Too much scar tissue. The guy's been fucked up so many times, and he's taken so much damage. He's old as well, probably looking like he's washed. I ain't picking him to beat anyone who's like competent. He's taken too much damage. His face has been fucked up so many times. Although I might pick him to beat Saladin Parnasse. I don't know about that one, but Paddy Pimblett would fuck him up. It'd be close on the feet. They'd both be clipping each other. But his face would turn into a mess like he does against everyone. As soon as you start putting pressure on him, you start landing shots, he's going to fuck him up. His face is going to get fucked up. So Paddy Pimblett would maybe like a doctor stoppage or a decision. I still think it would be really close. I still think Dan Hooker would fucking hurt him with that stabbing front kick to the body. Dude, Paddy Pimblett's still shit. I could still see, you know, Dan Hooker beating him, but I would have to go Paddy Pimblett. I can't pick Dan Hooker. Too much damage. Gamrot's wildly overrated. Wildly overrated. I think Gamrot's shit as well. It would be a Paddy Pimblett would submit him in round 1. He'd rock him and sub him. He'd beat him like he beat Salkilled. Probably get him in like a DAS. I mean, Gamrot's shit. Shit fighter, I can't lie. He's not shit. He's not shit, but I really don't rate Gamrot. So I think he'd rock him and sub him early. There's not much else to break down now, so I'd be pretty confident to happen. Oh, Quillen Salkilled. Here we go. Beats the dog shit out of him. He would fuck him up. Badly. You know, I'll say close loss. Because fucking Quillen Salkild's very happy to wrestle. And he's a great grappler. Amazing grappler. Please don't be a tard and don't pull a Benoit. Because on the feet, Quillen Salkild would fucking school him. He has way better boxing, way better defensively. The kicks are kind of even, but dude, Quillen Salkild would fucking pop him that right hand over and over again. Jab him up, and he's a smart fighter too. He knew against Gamrot, you have to put him on the back foot, you pressure. Wrestle back against Gamrot. It worked out great. I didn't think it was the smartest decision watching it live, but fuck, he got a really great takedown. Maybe he could take down Paddy Pimblett. He's a better wrestler than Paddy Pimblett, to be honest. But it's very dangerous. Paddy Pimblett, the only thing he's good at and he's elite at is his BJJ. He's got great BJJ. But I don't see him. I just think Quillen's smart, man. I think he's a smart fighter. I say he gets whooped, to be honest. I say he gets whooped. I think he'd get schooled on the feet. I think he'd get rocked multiple times with the right hand. I think he'd lose a pretty dominant decision, to be honest. 49-46. I think he'd get fucked up, I can't lie. Quillen beats his ass. Mauricio Hoofy. Hoofy slimes him out. Hoofy slimes him out. I know he lost to Benoit Saint-Denis. Terrible loss. He looked awful. Maybe Paddy could pull off the grappling against a guy like Hoofy. Maybe. I just see him knocking him the fuck out on the feet. Paddy Pimblett can't wrestle. Hoofy's just been improving on his wrestling for a year. I don't think he's going to take him down. Hoofy knows to keep this striking. He's not Paddy's not going to Todd match like he did against like Benoit did and just spam takedowns at him. He's not going to do that. He's going to be willing to strike. Paddy Pimblett's wrestling's really bad, so he's going to be stuck on the feet. Hoofy is a sniper on the feet. He would slime him out. He'd slime him out like he did Fiziev. He'd put a big right hand on him and he'd chin him. That's what would happen there. Hoofy would chin him. Benoit Saint-Denis, he just got dominated. So I do think Benoit could beat him still. I have to say he loses. I have to say Paddy beats him. I have to. I can't. Sorry, he's just too retarded, man. And if he kept it striking, if he used his clinch and smashed elbows and that, and slammed body kicks, he really could have beat Paddy Pimblett, man. I don't know what the fuck went through this retarded Frenchie's head, man. Idiot. Fucking idiot. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Fucking dumbass. Yeah, I have to go Paddy there. I have to go I don't rate him at all. And I think Benoit probably has more skill overall, but you just can't wrestle against Paddy like he did. He's a fucking idiot. So yeah, Benoit is retarded, close win. Max Holloway, Holloway would fuck him up on the feet. I'm only worried because Paddy Pimblett's physical. He's a physical guy. But again, he can't wrestle though. Doesn't have the takedowns of Charles Oliveira. On the feet of Max Holloway, I'm sorry, after he gets whooped. He gets fucked up. He probably gets TKO'd late or loses a decision. Maybe a decision, probably. He would get fucked up by Max Holloway, thinking about it now. I know Charles Oliveira dominated him. That's Charles Oliveira. That's Charles Oliveira. He's a great wrestler now. I'm yet to see Paddy Pimblett shoot a good double leg or a good body lock takedown. He has some judo throws, which are good. And he did take down Chandler. Chandler was fucking rocked, and it's Michael Chandler. But Chandler was rocked bad. So it's like, he's going to be stuck on the feet boxing with Max Holloway. Good luck, mate. Max Holloway would fucking destroy him on the feet. Beat down in my opinion. Charles Oliveira fucks him up. Bad. That's a fucking slaughter, dude. He'd pressure. He'd back him up against the fence. He'd fucking rock him bad on the feet and club and sub him in round 2 and 3. Or TKO. He would pressure. He'd fuck him up so bad. That's a terrible matchup. He's not going to submit Charles Oliveira, bro. You're not Islam Makhachev. Now, Charles Oliveira's a little bit chinny. Maybe he gets rocked. Maybe he gets rocked by Paddy Pimblett. Maybe. But I don't know, man. He's too hittable, dude. And he's taking a bit of damage too, Paddy, in that Gaethje fight. Not as much damage on Oliveira, obviously. But he's taking a bit of damage. I'm pretty confident Charles Oliveira pressures, backs him up against the fence. Bang! Right hand. Drops him bad. Locks up a submission or a TKO. I'm pretty confident of. Maybe round 1, to be honest. Probably round 1. Arman Tsarukyan beats the shit out of him. Beats the fuck out of him. He's better on the feet. He's a lot better on the feet than Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett can land on the feet, you know. Arman's hittable. But he would get taken down and get fucking... His face would be bleeding in bad. He'd have been cut bad. I don't think he's going to be able to submit Arman on his takedowns. Arman has great takedowns. He'd take him down and smash his face with elbows. Round after round, I'd predict 4th round doctor stoppage for Arman Tsarukyan. That would be a slaughter, dude. Arman would destroy him. Ilia Topuria. Dude, lamb to slaughter. Lamb to slaughter, dude. Ilia Topuria annihilates him. I'm sorry people acting like this fight's going to be competitive, because it's going to happen next. I'd assume it should happen next. I love that fight. He gets fucking ran through by Ilia Topuria. There's levels to the game. Watch their fights. Paddy Pimblett looks like he can't fight. He's swinging from his fucking his chin up in the air, his face looking down, swinging left hooks, falling over his feet, landing these goofy uppercuts and these big chopping, swinging hooks. His kicks are good, which could work against Ilya, but it's not going to matter. He's too smart. Ilya Topuria is backing him up against the fence, ripping to the body, going body, head. He's sleeping Ilya Topuria, he's sleeping Paddy out cold within 3 rounds. I can't, like, even wrestling, Ilya's a way better wrestler. Better submissions, I'd say, than Paddy. Dude, Paddy's fucking shit, dude. Paddy's fucking shit. Ilya runs through him. Justin Gaethje, first fight was kind of competitive. In a rematch, I think he'd get fucked up. Worse, I think he might even get loose by TKO there. I can't lie, I think he'd get fucking destroyed. He'd use that jab more, that massive thudding jab he has. He'd beat his ass. There's not much else to say here. He'd run through him in a rematch, I can't lie. Justin Gaethje would beat his ass. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you agreed, because it's true. He can't fight. I know he beats all these guys here, probably. Although I could push these to 50-50. I still think he can't fight. And when I say he can't fight, he'd beat my ass. He'd beat the average person's ass. I'm talking about against the top 5 of the division. How does he do? Can't fight with them. Can't compete. And it's true. He would get ran through by all of them. So yeah, that's what I truly believe. Hey, maybe he proves me wrong. Maybe I don't hate Paddy Pimblett despite this video. I just don't rate him at all as a fighter. I think he's trash. Hey, maybe he proves me wrong, dude. Maybe he proves me wrong, you know? But I don't think so. I do think he'd fucking get destroyed by all these guys, but we will see. I look like a clown if he goes out there and beats Ilya. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. See you next time. Goodbye.